Hey guys, we're out here ice fishing today, and last week we showed you catching some walleyes and that, and we did all right, but I jumped the gun a little bit. I wanted to kind of show you what I do when I go out and try to find a spot in this early ice like this. So the spot that I've picked is a point that comes off of the main shoreline break, and it comes down this side, comes out, comes back in. It's really the only structure on this lake, and we got down to about 25 feet up here, and I got up to 6 foot on top of this flat. So what I'm going to do, right now we're after panfish, but I'll do the same thing for walleyes, northerns, anything I'm after. What I'm going to do is take the auger and I'm going to drill a grid pattern all the way up and down this break line. And I'm going to drill from probably 12 feet to 25 to the end of this, into the basin there. And I'm just going to hole hop around until I start finding some fish. And that's where I'll set up my fish house later on. So I'm going to get on drilling some holes. We'll get right back to it right after I get some of these done. Got him. There's a good crop. Oh, down the hole. That's all right. There's some more down here. That's why you don't lift them out of the hole with your line. But I got light line on. I don't have any bait on here. I've just got a small jig with some plastic tail on it. And that's all you really need this time of year. In fact, all winter long. But you got to help your jig down a little bit. It's pretty light. It's a 32nd ounce jig. Like I said, with just a little plastic on it. And the reason I drilled so many holes is these fish, there's just a school of them, and that school just swims around this point here. And they're just meandering around, just swimming around, not really sticking to one particular area. So if I'll catch a fish or two out of this hole, then that school will move away, so I'll go pick a different hole, sit there, catch one or two out of there. And that's the name of the game, is that's why you gotta be so mobile doing this, so you can stay where the fish are. Here looks like I got a couple more coming in again. But if you notice, like where I drilled my holes, is I drilled all my holes in on a snowbank, in a small snow area. I didn't drill any holes on ice. And the reason of that is shadows. There, I got them. Shadows this time of year can be critical when it comes to catching these fish. If you're sitting in a shadowy spot, these fish won't bite. They're not used to seeing that. So there's a good little guy to start it off with right there. Okay, get back down, there's another one. And they'll be in big schools this time of year, and you catch one like that, get ready, because there's going to be a lot of them coming. But the most important tool in this whole setup is your depth finder. And I will show you guys how, at least how I like to interpret mine. It takes a while to get used to them. Each one's a little bit different. But, oh, there we go. Well, they're fun when you get on a school of them like this. Another good one right there. These are perfect size fish. If you want to take some home and eat them, these are perfect eaters, 9-10 inches like that. And they're pretty in this cold water too. Oh, it looks like some sunfish coming in here. But if you take a look at my graph here, I can kind of show you how this is my jig coming down, and these are fish right here. And this is why this thing is so important, is I get down and I stand above them. Now you see that fish is coming up? I want to keep it just above them like that. Jiggle wiggle a little bit. Or he nipped it, but he didn't grab it. So that fish stayed there. I can probably get him to go again here. Here he comes. See him coming up to the bait like that? Lift it up slow. They're really light biters. Come on. Now, instead of wasting my time with him since he's being dumb, I'm going to go down here where I got 4 or 5 other fish down there. And when they turn red like that, that guy right there is turning red, he's directly under my hole. Oh, pulled it out of his mouth. Green means he's off the side. Orange is just closer to the middle of your hole. And there you go. And red is right underneath you. There's a good one. Get him back. That guy's braver than me. It's early ice. I wouldn't be driving yet. And it's the one problem with these small jigs. They work really well, but they take a little bit to get back down there. See, my fish are just starting to leave now. Might be able to get that one to come back in. Oh, there's one coming in right there. Keeping it away from him a little bit. And see that one, I was jigging it when he was coming up and he scattered away. So it can tell me he don't like that, so I can change my mode a little bit. But this is by far the most important tool when it comes to fishing, ice fishing like this. And get down to him before he leaves. Oh yeah, that looks like a good one too. The size of your mark is consistent with the size of the fish. There, I got him. If you get a really big mark coming in, it is a big fish. This one ain't a monster, but oh, come on. He's just a little guy. One more out of here. If you're fast enough, you can stay on a school like this for quite a while. Right out of his mouth. There, I got him. So we found using that grid pattern I showed you. Ooh, there's still some more. Using that grid pattern I showed you, this guy's a little guy, but it'll help you narrow in where these fish are on a big body of water without setting up and having to set up and tear down and set up and tear down every single time you want to move. So now I'm on a school of them here. Holy crap. This is going to be fast and furious now. Oh, here they come. Oh, a lot of times when they miss like that, you can drop right back down on them slow. And just that bait falling slow is enough to bring them back in, just like this guy. Yeah, I missed him twice. Alright. This guy's going to eat it in a hurry too. There, I got him. This is a lot of fun. You can catch a lot of fish in a hurry doing this. You know, this one's not necessarily that big. We caught some nice ones today. Lost a few nice ones. But this grid pattern, using your depth finder, and just get out and start hunting for these crappies. And this pattern will hold true all winter long. You just keep hunting, just keep moving, and you'll find these fish and you'll get yourself some big ones like that. Get one more to show you guys. And whoosh, here he comes. Who's the big dog of the grunch too? Oh yeah, that's the one we want. Look at that crappie. Use these tips and tricks that I showed you today. You'll land a bunch of these like that. That is a big crappie right there. Use those tips and tricks, guys. Get out there and catch these big crappies. We'll get this guy back. That's it for this week. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next time.